we talked about how old this helicopter is, but old in aircraft language doesn't necessarily mean what we might be referring to in other areas. Because every component on an aircraft is replaced, virtually every component, with the exception perhaps of the frame, at some interval, and everything is constantly inspected, to say that this aircraft is 18 years old may not really be correct, because the airframe may be 18 years old, but maybe the rotor system is 4 years old, maybe electronics are 5 years old, maybe the tail rotor is 2 years old, and maybe the windscreen is 6 months old. You get what I'm saying. It's really a hodgepodge of all different parts of varying service lengths at different ages. So to say an aircraft is X number of years old has got to be qualified a little bit. Our Marine Sage 46 up there may have been produced in, I don't know, I'm just guessing, 1964 or so. And it's old, but it's really not that old when we consider all the components that have been inspected, repaired, replaced over the years. Some components might be 6 months old, some might be 35 years old. Blackhawk's coming back into our right. Blackhawk is a very, very capable aircraft. It's one of the first aircraft designed to be extremely aerodynamically and acrobatically capable. The Blackhawk can endure incredible impacts. The seats on most Blackhawk helicopters impacts the ground or anything else, the seats will actually go down on these rails and be suspended by springs and dissipate the G's on the pilots, giving them a much better chance of survival. The Blackhawk's main gear also, if you look at the next time it passes, are on huge oleo struts that are able to withstand incredible pressures, incredible ground impacts. The Blackhawk is really all about survivability. Notice also that the horizontal stabilizer on that Blackhawk. You'll notice as it's in different flight areas, or areas of airspeed, it'll actually do different things. As it comes in, if you come to a stop, you can see forward flight above, I believe, 60 knots. That horizontal stabilizer is going to be parallel to the slipstream. Obviously, if the helicopter was going fast and that thing rotated, that would not be good. In fact, some of the very, very early Blackhawks had some problems because of uncommanded activation of that horizontal stabilizer. If you've wondered why the Blackhawk and our other military aircraft aren't painted that beautiful shiny color, it's not because we're cheap in the military and can't afford shiny paint. If you can guess why would you think that is? Yeah, it's harder to see. Something that's shiny is very easy to pick up on the horizon. The sun glints off it. Something that's dull like that doesn't reflect the light, and it's harder to see. Notice the shock absorber only You'll notice that the tail rotor is canted slightly on this aircraft. According to the engineers, that does two things. One thing is that it dissipates noise a little bit. Also, the more we move that tail rotor to an actual horizontal position, the more we gain some kind of a component of lift on that tail. You can imagine if we moved that thing all the way horizontal, we'd have two main rotors on that. Obviously, we can't do that because we still need that side-to-side horizontal component to keep that aircraft straight and counteract the torque. But also, as we move it just ever so much upward, we get a little bit of a vertical component of lift, and it helps the center of gravity on these aircraft. Really, when you think about it, a helicopter is always hanging from that main mast. There's a very, very important and very critical area of maintaining that center of gravity within the limits. If you exceed that too much, if you put too much weight farther forward or aft, you can actually exceed the center of gravity limitations.